What's up, everybody? Matt Kajeski here, back again with the Odd Shopper channel. And today we're talking some college basketball player props via No House Advantage. Before we get started, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when this and all other content goes live. And we're brought to you by No House Advantage. They have a phenomenal deal for you guys that you should check out. We'll be talking about them all throughout the video. But that deal is a first match deposit bonus up to $100 when you click the link in the video description below. They have a lot of cool ways to take advantage of player props. They have the Verse the House tool. That's what we're going to be talking about mostly today in our videos, where you're making lineups of player props. You can do up to 5 where you can 21 extra entry fee, but we'll show you that later. They also have pick'em contests, which function like tournaments. So there's up to thousands of people, up to $25,000 plus in prize pools. And a lot of times these aren't filling, which means they still have to pay out the money whether or not they fill, giving you a lot of equity if you play in those tournaments. All the major sports, even some of the minor sports, we're going to be talking college basketball today. But again, take advantage of that first match deposit bonus. Let's bring you behind the scenes here. We have 3 player props we're going to talk about. I highlighted them ahead of time, so unlike yesterday, we won't get lost in the video. And we're going to kick things off with Purdue taking on Minnesota. So this is a game with a 133 total. Purdue's a massive favorite, 13.5 points, 14 in some spots. That implies them for about 73.5 points on tonight's slate, which is an awesome implied team total. There should be a lot of scoring. And there's a couple ways to exploit this matchup. The first, I think, is with Fletcher Lawyer over on his points. This one's at 12.5 listed prop. We have him projected just above 14.5. And this is a guy who's the best three-point shooter on the team. It's not even close. And he's been shooting the ball a ton recently. You look at his season-long shot rate, it's at 18.9%. That's jumped up to 21.9% in the last 3 games. He's consistently playing above 30 minutes. We have 31 minutes, 34 minutes, 34 minutes. He's going to be on the floor most of the game here, unlike some of the other players, which are rotational. And his scoring has been key for this team. Purdue ranks 4th in offensive efficiency. Minnesota ranks 171st in defensive efficiency. All the scoring opportunities should be in front of Lawyer today. And we're going to talk about 3 props. I think this one's honestly my least favorite. It's just first on the list, but I think all 3 are definitely worthwhile plays. But if you're only playing 2, I would go to these next 2, which starts off with his teammate, Zach Edie. 11.5 rebounds. This is another over for us. He projects above 13. Widely around the industry, you're finding 12.5, 13 rebounds. So immediately you're finding value here. And with Edie, what else is there to say? He's above 7 feet tall. He has a 43.5% rebound rate in the last 3 games, a 32% rebound rate on the year, which is egregiously high. Purdue ranks 9th in rebounding, largely off Edie. And then Minnesota ranks 182nd. This is one of the biggest mismatches in all of college basketball tonight. And it just so happens that Edie is exploiting this. And it's underpriced, just flat out underpriced. This is the best prop on today's slate. If you're only taking one, this should be the one on No House Advantage. But we're parlaying at least 2 of these together. So my second one to rank these, it's Edie 1. And then Dane Danger over 9.5 points would be number 2. There's a little bit of nuance with this projection because Dane Danger has not always been a full-time player with Illinois. They kind of experimented with their rotation to start the year, but he has settled in as a starter. He's now started 6 games and a player that will get 30-plus minutes in competitive games. So what do we have here? Illinois is a 6.5-point favorite over Indiana with a total of 145. The spread is as lopsided as it is because Race Thompson and Xavier Johnson are hurt, but we still have studs like Trace Jackson Davis and Jalen Hood-Schifino on Indiana. All that to say, this is not a team that Illinois can just walk over and look past. They likely need to play their starters full allotment of minutes, and we've seen Illinois do this. In their 3 last games, they have margin of victory of 18, 9, and 26. Well, in that 9-point game and the other close games Illinois has played this year, we see the starters have a consolidation of minutes. Terrence Shannon, Matthew Mayer, Coleman Hawkins, and Dane Danger included, their minutes all rise. So in that 9-point victory in the second most recent game, Dane Danger played 32 minutes. That's what we're going to see in competitive games for him on the interior. Now, there's 2 risks. One, if Illinois ends up blowing out Indiana, which could happen, you're likely looking at somewhere in the 22 to 25 minute range. And Dane Danger does have a little bit of a foul problem. In their most recent game, 3 fouls, he only played 21 minutes. He was in foul trouble throughout parts of that game. Now, he does have a shot rate north of 10% in the last 3. What it comes down to is minutes for Danger. He's going to have a matchup advantage on the interior. You look at Indiana's defense, they're actually 63rd in defensive efficiency, 37th on the interior. That is a massive split once you have Race Thompson on and off the floor. He's not playing tonight. So Indiana's interior defense has been suspect, to put it kindly, without Race Thompson. Dane Danger should be able to exploit that. If you give him 30 minutes, which we have in our projections, he's up around 13 points in projection, which makes him one of the better values. You just have to know it's a little more volatile than the Edie projection. So to recap the 3 we have here, we have Dane Danger over 9.5 points. We have Zach Edey over 11.5 rebounds and Fletcher Lawyer over 12.5 points. This is a 3-man lineup, which pays out 5x. But if you add 2 others, you can get up to 21x if you are doing 5 legs of this player prop parlay. But that'll do it for us today. Thank you to No House Advantage. Thank you to Odd Shopper. My name is Matt Gajeski. I'm on Twitter at Matt_Gajeski if you'd like to follow. Hit the thumbs up button on the way out. Subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Otherwise, we'll be back again tomorrow looking at some player props. Thank you guys and good luck.